Have you always enjoyed the ride?
No. No, I haven't.
Why not?
So, I think I've always been very afraid. In fact, it's only recently that I'm dealing with my fear.
Okay.
So I think I've always been someone that's very afraid. I'm afraid of water, afraid of flying, afraid of things, and so always afraid of the future, not knowing, and so being scared. So I think that sometimes the fear has even been worse than the actual outcome.
Yeah.
Many times.
Yeah. Are you still afraid?
Yes. I think I'm afraid, but then today I was actually journaling and I was saying, it's just high time to believe what God says. It's high time to just believe exceedingly abundantly. It's high time to just believe this and see life more as an adventure than as a palaver. So that's where I am. Well, that's what I'm trying to be at the moment. Yeah.
Are you trying and failing, or are you trying? The trying. Does trying get tiring sometimes?
Very.
Yeah.
Very. But I also learned that when you get tired, it's okay to be tired and to just rest. I think many times there's this hustle culture. Sometimes when I'm exhausted and you just go on Instagram and you see people doing things, you're like, what's wrong with you? Better get up, But I'm just learning that everybody's journey is different, and if you feel tired, rest.
I remember many years ago. Well, not many years. Well, many years ago. About 3 years ago, I went to visit, my friend Linda in KG, in her, that mansion that makes some of us question what we've been doing
with your life.
With our lives.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was just tired. I was tired, exhausted. As I was saying to Linda, I'm like, Linda, I'm tired. She's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing nothing. I don't tire. You say, how can you be tired? You are just a fan. Then later, I think she got it. She's like, and just now, because I've gotten so busy and I'm doing 5 interviews a day, I'm interviewing promos every day. And I'm like, thank God I allowed myself be tired at that time, because the time would come and I would be busy, but I feel like if I didn't rest when I needed to rest, I was just remembering, talking about journaling, I was journaling about this, and I said I'm grateful that I rested when rest was calling.
Yes.
So that I would have the energy to do when doing is necessary.
That's perfect.
I'm deep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I just excuse me, somebody write that down, put a hashtag, put it in quotation marks. No, I completely agree. I think that sometimes, I find that my best ideas and my true self evolves from rest. I think when I'm in that go place, it's competition. It's I have to. And it's not necessarily the best place to create from. Yes. I find that when I'm rested, when I'm restful, and I can be more focused and productive.
Yeah. You got your PhD very early. I think you got a PhD when you were like 7.
I think I was 28.
Yes, when you got your PhD.
I was 30, yes.
Yes, before you were 30. You grew up abroad, yeah?
No, I grew up in Nigeria and then went abroad.
To do school?
Yes.
Which school?
So I did my master's. So my first degree was in Abraka here, Delta State University.
Okay.
Then I went to Greenwich to do my master's and then Reading to do my PhD.
Right. Why did you feel need to do a PhD?
So again, my dad wanted a doctor.
Okay.
My
any which way.
My father wanted a medical doctor, and so so this was in my subconscious. When I finished my master's, I was like, okay, I got this opportunity. I was thinking about doing another master's, right? And then the person at the university that I was applying to in Reading said, why do you don't need another master's? You have a really great master's, really great research background.
Right.
Why don't you consider doing a PhD?
Right.
And I remember telling my dad is going to watch this and he's going to be so upset with me, but I remember telling my dad, and the voice and so this is another thing. I had to prove that, okay, I can do this. And but that was the most humbling time of my life.
Two things. So the voice. Is it the voice you used to announce to him?
No, the voice that my dad, the way he responded.
Oh, right. He was very
before I had even started, he asked me, go and show the admission letter to different people. Go and let them know that my daughter is doing a PhD. So there was so much pride, and obviously because of the age at which I was doing this PhD, I felt like, and again, in secondary school, I was very dull. So in secondary school, I used to I was 36 out of 40.
Okay.
I was not smart. So people in my secondary school, when they see me now, they're like...
They cannot believe it.
They can't, in fact, it's like a mirage. Exactly, So, again, I guess that subconscious thing of, I'm smart now, look at me, you discounted me, again, trauma.
Yeah.
But it's one of the best things I ever did, but it was one of the most humbling experiences of my life.
Explain that. Why?
PhD broke me. I want to say it even destroyed me. See, the day they gave me the PhD, I just went and slept. The next day I started looking for a job. I didn't party. Now I see people putting announcements on LinkedIn. I just got my PhD. I was just like, thank God. In fact, at the graduation, my father took my certificate. Till today, he has the certificate.
I love it.
Do you understand? In fact, I had to tell him the other day, please, when you come to Lake, can you bring my certificate? He's like, hey, is this still with me? I said, yes. 10 years later, it's still with you. So why did it break me? So at the time, when I started, I thought I was very intelligent, all of that. Come to find out that intelligence is not necessarily what gets you a PhD. Second thing, I now had this dilapidating skin disease called psoriasis. Right. So 80% of my skin was covered in bumps and unsightly scars that would peel and bleed if I scratched it too hard. And it was on my scalp, it was, and imagine in your 20s. So for 8 years of my life, I didn't wear skirts because I could not show my legs. And then I was dating somebody who now married somebody else. Which reinforced my feelings of low self-worth. So I started to develop, and then this PhD, they said it would take 3 years. 4 years in, there was no sight of respite. And so, I think I just broke down. And I remember one day I went to the road. So I woke up at midnight and I was just crying, and I just didn't want to be Glory. I hated her. I just thought this girl has so much drama. And I remember I walked to there's this place, this kind of like what you would call an expressway. I think it was called London Street at the time. And I went there and I thought, this was at midnight. And I thought, I'm going to jump into oncoming traffic. I'm just going to end it. And I remember that day I was wearing my coat and I was screaming at God, and I was like, why me? And I was, it was just really, really dramatic as I typically am. And finally the cars were passing, and a thought came to my head and it said, if you don't die and you become maimed, so on top of this drama, they're going to add that. And then secondly, what if you now die? Because I'm a Christian, I now believe that, murder, not necessarily taking me to heaven per se. So I'm like,
it's very likely not to take you to heaven.
You understand? So I'm like, you mean I'm going to leave this hell only to get to hell?
No.
Okay, so I stood at the road, and I remember I saw police cars coming by, and I thought, this is perfect. I'm going to pretend like I don't know who I am. So I'm going to act crazy. So that when they come and they say, who are you? And I say, I don't know. They'll take me to the hospital, because, UK is a caring society. Take me to the hospital, I'll be Jane Doe for like 3 days before they uncover my roots. These police people drove past me.
Oh dear.
They didn't even notice me. And so I now went back. I went back home after like 45 minutes of the road. And the next day I had a meeting with my PhD supervisor, and I walked in and he said, you look like someone who doesn't have a soul. You need help.
Really?
And that was my journey of becoming. That's how my journey started.
Why? How did the professor know this?
I think because of my personality. People with my personality, you can actually mask depression quite well. But there must have been something that day that just looked like this girl has given up. There's no pretense. There's nothing. And it was actually, till today, we are I would say friendly.
I would think
friends.
so.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he must have just noticed it. I don't know. I thought I had covered up well. Yeah. But clearly not enough.
Yeah. I know. It's like when I went the hospital I go to when I'm in the UK, Dr. Dango. When I go in, he doesn't understand. I like going to meet him. Why? Because it's the first time that I just want to walk into a hospital with a physical symptom. And he just leaves me and says, Trudy, tell me when you began to have OCD symptoms. And like, it's you that has OCD. What is OCD? And what is your opposite? I came to you for one thing, but then by the time I actually started talking to him, it's like, oh my God, you understand. Nobody else understands. Like, my body is not my body. It's like, I don't understand what's going on. So, I like going there because you got me when nobody else. So that's what it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly that. So even, he understood the dynamics with my dad. I have a lovely relationship with my father. But he understood those dynamics. He understood everything. And so, so beyond the teacher student relationship, there was a close relationship.
So you said the journey started. What was that journey after that?
So I think I remember when I went to my first meeting with a therapist, and I cried. I just cried, and she let me. And so when we're talking about, okay, how we, the process for resolving these issues, I said, I feel like I'm in physical pain. I don't understand because I'm not physically sick, but I feel like I'm in physical pain. And she said, you are mourning. You are mourning the person you thought you would become. Yeah. And I don't remember much else from those sessions, but I never forgot that statement. Yeah. So I had to start finding who Glory was. I think up until that point, I had tried to be who I thought would please people, who I thought my dad wanted me to be, my mom wanted me to be, and or my boyfriend, the guy I was seeing at the time, everything was socially constructed. Even though those people didn't think they were putting any pressure on me, I absorbed that pressure. And so at that point, I now started thinking, who is Glory? What does she like? What does she want to do with her life? And so that's the journey that I started.
I want to make a personal request to you. Many of you watch, like, comment, but you don't subscribe. Now, subscription matters as you subscribe and as you engage. So I am making a personal request. Don't just watch and leave. Please click the subscribe button. It matters to me.